example, you see his elbows are in like this. This is a lot different than this, okay? This, he's got obviously more of a fighting chance here to be able to use any sort of shield, okay? The first thing we're gonna start off with is when we're on the side like this, I wanted to try and look at getting rid of this elbow here, okay? So when you guys are in a normal side control, so we don't have inside underhook like this, we're around his head. I want to be able to move that inside arm so that I could expose his rib cage here so that my pressure could stick to him a little bit easier than having something that's moving, okay? So when I'm here, I'm going to bring my left knee as tight as I can to him, and as I go this way, see his forearms in my throat, I turn my head this way. As soon as I get to here, I'm going to switch my hips to judo and scrape his body with my left knee. So I opened his elbow, okay? Now he's trying to get that elbow back in. My hip's in the way. In order to keep his elbow out, I got to step forward with the opposite leg now. Right side up. And we're here. But his hand is still chicken winged. So one thing I have to do from here is I back this hand up, re-pummel against his weak part of his arm. It's here. And we go back around the head and seal it so it doesn't get back in. So his elbow would just be able to hit your body. It doesn't actually drive itself in anymore. But if I loosen up on his head, it goes right in. And it's only a few inches that you need for that to go back, okay? So as soon as we get to here, all we're looking at now is this arm is here. If we're trying to attack arm or head, we have it there, okay? Every time you want to attack the arm that's singled out here, everything that we're gonna do involves laying on that arm. So you see I have it squeezed between my ribs and my thigh here. But what we're trying today is a little different. So sometimes when a guy gets into one of these positions here, he's always bridging to get that elbow back, like bridge up, right, to drive that in. And once he does get that one in like that, you see he's kind of on his side here. A lot of guys start turning in. All we're doing from here is we're just helping him get up from there. So the first part of the move is almost like it's a bonus fake. If it works and you keep his arm out, then you're in great position. But this is when he drives it back in. Because you notice he's got to bridge up to make that space to drive that back in. And like I said, most of the time when they do, they're already facing me when they drive that one back in, like this. So all you're doing is just helping him back in, just like that. So you coaxed him up to his side from here, and all I want to see from here is my right hand that's under his head. Like I said, he's looking to turn in now. He lifted my head. Everything's going to be him trying to go for a tackle, single leg, anything to get him back in a decent position. So as soon as I pull him up, he starts going under. My right hand releases the head, and I go right for his chin, okay? As soon as I do that from here, I'm gonna switch my base, and my ribs go to his head. So my foot that's here switches this way, okay? So now my ribs are leaning on his face, and my hand is just here nice and loose, okay? Once I'm there, his bottom hand looks for the defense there, okay? His top hand, I can hold so it doesn't search for it, okay? I can hold my grip like this, and all I want to do from here is that I have my base is switched, I push back into him, and now right from here, I'm going to pummel back in here. And when I go this way, I go to connect. First I'm going to show an intermediate version, then I'll show an advanced one.
You're doing a cup and saucer grip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even just to secure it right here, it's just cup and saucer, just like this, okay? And the only thing that's keeping Tino's face down is my ribs are sagging on his cheeks, okay? I go to connect from here. But remember, you're fighting his bottom hand the whole time, okay? So as we're here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release and I cup his chin. So I'm here and I'm actually cupped on his chin, so keep it staying there. Right from here, I'm gonna take my hand to his bicep. See, he's looking for an underhook.
No, if he explodes onto you with those feet there and tries to stack you,
He
is that an option?
can't, look, he can't go where his head isn't turned.
Oh.
So he'd be going right down to turtle because his head is in the mat. It'd be different if his head was loose to be able to pivot his body here. So what I'm trying to do from here is I take a thumb, cup his bicep, and I'm pushing this way, just to break this grip here. Once I do that, my left, I can't push it all the way, it's too strong. My left foot steps over. Now my left hand is free. He has baby fingers there to defend this grip now. I just dig this hand in, connect, and I go elbow over the top for the finish. Okay? So you're keeping them on their side, and we're trying to just cut each security measure he has. this hand, and then we're gonna throw our leg over the top.
There's no way you could, like, when you step over his hips, can like throw your knee out, like weird like that?
No, all you're worried about is that he could keep going this way, but by the time we're ready, our elbow and our leg will be covering here.
Okay.
So I'm always looking at this arm here.
I'm sorry, was the leg over the arm? I didn't
Yeah.
see it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like stepping over like a mountain.
Okay? So you're here, in this position. Now, my left knee pushes into him, I scrape it up, and now when I'm here, this leg steps over, keep it out, here. Now, I just gotta make sure when I'm here, everything stays nice and tight. If you feel like his hand got chicken winged in here like this, you can't leave it because now he's gotta push there. So I'm gonna go right to his wristwatch here, pummel in, and back into the tight position, okay? Now here, I keep my head turned so I'm not choking on his forearm here. Now as soon as I'm ready here, like I said, he's gonna bridge, go and get that elbow back in. I'm pulling him up to his side, giving him room here to pummel in. As soon as he does that, now there's nothing on the top, I come over and we're here. Can't stay here. This is the position where he could tackle me, okay? It's very easy for him to get on top.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Right, so that's why I switch my base here, okay? So if he does come on top in a position like this, at least we still have his head for the guillotine.
Okay, so he's just running into it then.
Right. So when we're here, he has this underhook. My ribs are sagging. What you guys are gonna do the first times you do it, you're gonna have your elbow here making a grip, but it won't be tight. When he feels my ribs there, it's a threat there. But when you're here, you gotta let your body sag, just like that. As you connect your grip, it gets very serious there. So watch this arm when he's in this position. So when we're here, like this, my body sags here. He has this grip. I go to the instep of his bicep here. I push, but I can't push it that far. So my back leg steps over. Now he's only got his fingers here where I connect mine here, okay? Once I get that connection here, my elbows come over the top and I can just go right to mount and finish accordingly.
That's still cup and saucer grip?
Yeah,
underneath?
whatever you can get there. So you have this one, you're coming over the top to finish, but the important thing is that your elbows are connecting, okay?
He does power to even move you